Tatas usually are considered a gold standard in ethics, in social responsibility. We talk about IISC, TIFR and BARC are the cradles of India's nuclear power. We talk about Tata Institute of Social Science, which is Asia's first social work university. We talk about the Tata Memorial Hospital, which is Asia's largest integrated cancer care hospital, which is now spearheading 100 more across India under its mentorship. We talk about Tatas in the light of all these great social contributions. But we rarely talk about Tatas as a structure worthy of emulation. And this came up a lot during the recent Ambani wedding, where there were a lot of discussions on who is the richest Indian, etc., and which is the most value-creating or most valued group in India, etc. And that time, there were a lot of misnomers in the society, in the media, that Reliance is the most valued group as a conglomerate. And then the question was, if Tata's is the most valued group, why isn't Ratan Tata the richest businessman in India, and so on and so forth. If you go to Quora even today, these are the questions which millennials are asking, because the notion or the understanding usually is like the Premjis own almost 70% plus of Wipro and the Ambanis own almost 50% plus of Reliance. Mr. Tata must be owning the Tata group to that extent. But very few know that the Tata structure, and permit me some 30-40 seconds to explain that, because I'm sure a lot of finance professionals would be here. The Tata Group companies are at the base, about 100 of them, 25 listed, about 75 privately held. They are owned by Tata Sons to the extent of 25 to 75%, the listed companies. The privately held are fully owned by them. Tata Sons in exchange is owned by the Tata Trusts to the tune of 67%. Now, Tata Trusts being public charitable trusts, 85% of the Tata Trust earnings are meant to be spent for social well-being. So whatever dividends the Tata companies give go to Tata Sons in that proportion, and Tata Sons dividends 67% after reinvestments in businesses go to that proportion to the Tata Trust, and that money, 85% of that comes back to India. So this is a model of what most leading business schools have called a cycle of virtuous wealth creation. And it's an implementation of Jamsetji's vision that what comes from the society should go back to the society several times over. This is not a model which was started last decade or by Mr. Ratan Tata. This is a model which has been in existence for almost 100 years and was primarily started by Dorabji and Sir Ratan Tata, the sons of Jamsetji Tata, when they bequeathed their entire holding or big chunk of their holding to the Tata Trusts, which today accounts for almost 55%. So in my interactions with most Tata leaders, when I ask them, what motivates you? Because the philosophy with Tata is, or it was always been in the earlier years, that in Hindi they say, Juta ho to Bata ka, or Naukri ho to Tata ka. So if you wear a shoe, you should wear the Bata brand. And if you're having a job, it should be with the Tata Group. So when I interviewed these 100 plus leaders, I asked them, why and what motivates you? Why are you a part of this group? And most of them would say, I'm a second generation Tata employee, etc., or I'm a third generation Tata employee. In Tata Steel, you'll find even fourth generation employees working. Most of them said this: we come to office every day morning with the conviction that our work, our efficiency and contribution is not for increasing the net worth of the founders and promoters of this group, but all that we do will ultimately go towards the well-being of India. That motivates us to invest every single day to the best of our abilities. And as a matter of trivia, Mr. Ratan Tata owns just 0.8% of Tata Sons. That's all his personal ownership. And that's why he isn't the richest man in India, though Tata Group is the most valued conglomerate.